Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back. So in today's video, we'll compare Prodigy Finance and Mpower Finance and really talk about which one is the best for you. So let's jump right into today's video. Hey, what's up? Have you ever wondered which student loan option is the very best for you? That's what we'll talk about in today's video. We'll compare Mpower Finance and Prodigy Finance and really talk about which one is the best for your own specific situation. So guys, to compare these two loan options, I'll talk about 5 things. The first one is the programs or the number of schools they sponsor or they work with. So that's the first thing. The second thing is destinations they support. Do they just support students going to the US or like the UK, the rest of Europe? We'll talk about that. And then the third one is also like interest rates and how things are, how their interest is structured. And then the fourth one is the loan size. So like which one offers the bigger loans, which one offers just like smaller loans. And then the fifth one is repayment terms. I always talk about repayment terms on this channel. But anyway, we'll talk about which of these options has a better repayment term, has better repayment terms. So if you're ready to compare both of them, let us jump right into it. So guys, let's start with the schools or the programs they sponsor or they work with. Now, Prodigy sponsors or works with or funds. So Prodigy funds mostly students that are going in for MBA programs or STEM masters or PhD programs. Now, this doesn't mean Prodigy would not fund you. Like if you're not going in for an MBA or a STEM masters, don't apply. No, that's not what I'm saying. But mostly they fund STEM programs and MBA programs. And that's it for Prodigy. So what is STEM? Basically science, tech, engineering, math. So if you're not going in for any program that is related to like science, tech, engineering, and math, Prodigy may not fund you if you aren't going for an MBA. So basically that's it for Prodigy. Now for Mpower actually funds more programs. So even if you're not going for a STEM master's program, Mpower works with more like programs, and so they can fund you even if you're going for like a business masters, a finance masters. It doesn't have to be STEM. So for this one, Prodigy 0, Mpower 1. So it's Prodigy 0, Mpower 1. Let's continue. So guys, now let's talk about destination. So if you're applying to programs in the US, Canada, UK, or other parts of Europe, Prodigy can fund you. So Prodigy works with students going to many more countries, right? So if you're applying to the US, to the UK, to Canada, to other parts of Europe, Prodigy can work with you. Now for Mpower mostly funds students that are applying to the US and Canada. So if you're not applying anywhere around North America, Mpower might not be the right option for you because they are more focused on this region. So for this destination one, it is Prodigy 1, Mpower 0. Because for this one, I just think Prodigy has something better because they offer loans to people going to like more destinations. So for this one, it is now Prodigy 1, Mpower 0. So now let's talk about interest rates. Which one is better for interest rates, right? So for this one, I really think both Mpower and Prodigy are around the same. No big difference. Sometimes I think Prodigy is slightly higher, but I wouldn't this one is not one that I can say for sure because of course interest rates are constantly changing. So I just feel like for this one, I'll rate Mpower 1 and Prodigy 1 as well because there's no big difference from what I've seen. But go to the comments if you've taken loans from either of these ones and just let me know like if I'm wrong or if this is actually the true picture. So go to the comments and leave a comment and let me know. We're all learning. So now we'll talk about loan size and repayment terms. But before we get on to that, if you are enjoying today's video and you haven't clicked that like button, please go do so. You're supporting me by doing that. And that way YouTube can also recommend this content to your other friends, family, enemies, whoever that would like content like this. So please make sure you click the like button. And yeah, let's continue with today's video. So let's talk about loan size, right? So for Prodigy, Prodigy can fund up to 100% of your cost of attendance. And if you're an OG on this channel, you already know what cost of attendance means, right? It's your tuition plus living expenses. And Prodigy actually funds up to 100% for some students. All of that depends on the school you're going to, the program you're going in for, your credit worthiness, and all of that I must have shared on this channel before. But Prodigy can fund up to 100% of what you need. Now let's talk about Mpower. Mpower usually has a cap of $50,000. So the total they can loan, the total loan you can get from Mpower per person usually is capped at around $50,000. So if you're going for an expensive MBA program that will cost you $150K, Mpower isn't your guy. That's what I'm saying. So you need to make sure you know the difference. So Mpower usually is capped at $50,000. Meanwhile, Prodigy can fund up to 100%. For this one, for loan size, I will rate Prodigy a 1 and rate Mpower a 0. Yeah. If you disagree with my rating, let me know in the comments, okay? Okay, let's talk about repayment terms, right? So the big thing I want to, of course, repayment terms, there are so many terms involved, right? But the big one is, when do you pay back? That's the real question. That's the big question you guys are always asking in the comments. So when do you pay back? Now, for Prodigy, you can start paying once you graduate. Now, this doesn't mean you don't owe anything while you're in school. No, from day one that anybody offers you a loan and they send the cash to your school, you incur interest. Now, does that mean you need to start paying from day one? No, for Prodigy, no. You don't need to start paying from day one. That interest will keep accruing, keep increasing till you graduate. Now, when you graduate, that's when you have to pay. But of course, if you know your life changes, you got some money, you're working while in school, and you have that money and you want to pay Prodigy some of that interest while you're still in school, that is absolutely fine. But you don't have to pay. It is not a requirement that you pay while you're still in school. You will incur interest, but you don't have to pay back. A lot of you keep asking me the difference between like when you incur interest and when you have to pay back, and I've been explaining this for so long, okay? If you know how to explain better, please help me drop an explanation in the comment section, okay? But the point is, you incur interest from day one, but you don't have to pay back for Prodigy. Now, for Mpower Finance, you are required to pay back some of that interest while you're in school. Now, this may be outdated information, so please do your own research and find out what is the right what is the most current or most up-to-date information. So for this one, for repayment terms, I will rate Prodigy a 1, rate Mpower a 0. So guys, one thing I was thinking about as I was preparing to do this video is it will actually be helpful if people can hear other people's experiences. So if you have applied to any programs and you have used any of the loan options that I mentioned on this channel, and you got the loan approved or you didn't, and you're willing to share some of your experiences with these loan options, if you're willing to share your experience, please let me know in the comments. Just say, I applied to Prodigy for this school and I got it, and I will follow up with you, and so we can do a video together if you want. But if you don't want, we can also talk offline and I can share some of that information with the people here. If you feel me, let me know. But the point is, if you have worked with any of these loan options and you got it, or if you've worked with any of these loan options I've mentioned, you've applied, but you didn't get it for a specific reason, or you just didn't get it and you want to share some of that experience, please drop a comment. I will message you somehow and then we'll talk about it and see if you want to share here. If you don't want to share, I'm happy to share that for you and keep you anonymous. I can keep a secret. But please, I really think it will be helpful for people in this community we're building. Guys, we're almost at 5,000. Do you believe that? But anyway, it will be helpful for people in this community to learn from other people's experiences as well, not just mine, because you guys may be tired of hearing my own, okay? It will be good. So let me know, drop a comment in the comment section and I'll follow up with you. Okay, that's it for today's video, but you owe me one thing: subscribe. If you found today's video useful, subscribe. Click that red subscribe button so that you are the first to see my video when I post. Okay, that's it for today's video. I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.